Hello everyone, myself Majarul Islam, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Electronics, University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. Today I'm going to start one important topic of Python and that is called the containers. Python containers. Containers is basically a place where we keep the information or where we can keep the data. In Python there are lots of containers available where we can keep the data of different types and all are the inbuilt containers. So a Python provides a number of container data types and different containers have the different purposes. So based on our program, which containers we need and which will be the best option, we have to check. Thus, choosing a right container for the task at hand is an important step in achieving good performance. So all container has their different purposes and all we can use for our different programming techniques. So Python provides actually four different containers, and that is called the built-in containers, and that are list, tuple, set, and dictionary. So these four list, tuple, set, dictionary are the built-in containers in Python. So I'm going to explain one by one. The first one is list. Uh, A list is a collection which is ordered and changeable. A list is a collection of elements. We can keep different types of element in a list which is ordered means all the element of a list is in order means they have one index value and they can changeable means we can change at any item, we can delete item, we can add item at any position. So list is a collection which is ordered and changeable, and it also allows the duplicate members means we can have the same item in a list. Next is tuple. Tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. So like the list, tuple is also ordered, means they all the element has an index, but it is unchangeable. Means once we declare a tuple, you cannot modify it, you cannot delete or you cannot add a new item. Allows duplicate members. A tuple can also has the duplicate members like list. So a list is ordered and changeable, and tuple is ordered and unchangeable. You cannot change the tuple once you declare the value, it will be fixed. The third number of container is set. A set is a collection which is unordered and unindexed. Unordered means they don't have any index value. Like list and tuple, all the values have its own index, but a set doesn't have any index value. That's why it is called the unordered. But a set is a special quality that no duplicate members. We cannot put the same item in set. The all item in a set should be unique. The last one is dictionary, and that is little bit different than the list, tuple, and set. The dictionary is a collection which is unordered. It means it doesn't have any index. It is changeable. You can you can change the value at any time. Unindexed, no duplicate members. Like the set, a dictionary cannot have the duplicate members. So these four list, tuple, set, dictionary are the four main containers of Python. So let's see one by one. So I start with the list. So already I have said a list in Python is used to store sequence of various types of data. So what does it mean? That is a collection of element of different types. So doesn't matter what is the type of the data. It may be string, it may be your real number, or it may be your the complex number, or it may be your integer. So any type of information you can store in a list. So Python lists are mutable type. It means we can modify its element after it created. Once you declare, you can add a new item, you can delete, so you can modify. So a list can be declared in Python using the square bracket. You can see here in my example, the first example L1 USDM, comma list, comma ERDF. So I have declared three items. One is USDM, one is list, one is ERDF, and all three items is stored in a list within the square bracket, and this is stored in a variable L1. So my first list is L1 with the collection of the all string. or like L2, this is a list collection of all integer. And you see, look at the third list, that is L3, 10, 20, ABC, and that is a real number also. So floating point number also. So we can keep the different types of element in a list. So a list can be a collection of different type, and that is within the square bracket. So here is an example. We can store the item in a list like this. We can print the list, and we can also check the type of the list. We can check the type of the data type. If what is that? What is the class? Whether it is a list, whether it is a tuple or set or dictionary, we can check. So a list is a collection of elements which we can modify, we can delete, we can add item at any time, and that is within the square bracket. So this is all about list. Next is my tuple. A tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. I said already that this is like a list which is ordered, which has index value, but it is unchangeable. Means once you declare the list, you cannot change it, cannot modify it, you cannot add a new item, or you cannot delete the item from the tuple. So a tuple is defined within the within a round bracket. You can see here within a parenthesis. So here I have three lists, three tuple, T1, T2, T3. T1 has the three element, T2 has the three element, and T3 is the five elements. So you can see here it looks like list, but a list is within the square bracket, but a tuple is within the your parenthesis. So this is the difference, and one more important difference is that a list is unchangeable, means you cannot delete or update the values from an from a tuple. Once you declared, it cannot be modified. So this is your tuple. Third is your the third type of element, third type of your index container is set. So like we have already heard set in mathematics, that is almost like that. A Python set is a collection of unordered items. Each element in the set must be unique. Sets are mutable, which means we can modify it after its creation. So a set is a collection of element, and one important properties of set is that every element must be unique. There should not be any duplicate item. And we can add a new item in the set, or we can modify, we can delete it. So no problem. But the item should be unique. We cannot put a duplicate item in set. Like list and tuple, we can put different duplicate item, but in set we cannot cannot install the duplicate item. Unlike other collections in Python, there is no index attached to the elements of the set. So there is no index value, or there is no any index associated with the element of the set, but we can directly access any element of the set by the index. We cannot access directly using the index value. However, we can print them all together, or we can get the list elements by looping through the set. We can use the loop to print all the elements of a set, or we can directly print using the set variable. The set can be created by enclosing the comma separated items with the curly brackets, right? So a set can be declared using the curly brackets. Like a list is defined using the square bracket, a tuple is defined using the round bracket or parenthesis, but a set can be declared inside within the your curly bracket. Python also provides another function that is called set, that also we can use to create a set. So we can use the curly bracket to store, or we can keep the value inside a curly bracket to create a set, or we have a predefined method that is your set. Using the method also we can create the set. So here I am giving two examples. Look at the first example, days. So I have stored the days Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that is the within the square bracket. So these brackets implies that this is a set. And look at the example 2. We can also declare the set like this using a function set. If it is a function, then we have to put the parenthesis, and within the parenthesis you can see there is a list, right? So whenever we store, or we can declare a set using the set method, then within the set method we have a list. So whenever we use the set method, there is a collection of list within the set method, or we can use the curly bracket to store the data to store the element inside a set. So this is about the set. Next is our dictionary. So like list, tuple, and set, this is a little bit different. A dictionary, as we all know that a dictionary is a collection of key value pair format. We have a value and we also have a key. So a Python dictionary is used to store data in a key value pair format. Means it has two parts, key and a value. The dictionary is the data type in Python which can simulate the real life data arrangement where some specific value exists for some particular key. So is to store the real life information, real life data, we can use a dictionary because it has the two parts, one is key, one is value. It is mutable data structure. The dictionary is defined into element keys and the value. So sometimes we need to store the value, but every value should be associated with a key. Then we have to use the dictionary. For example, I want to store the salary of the element, salary of the employee. So every employee has some salary. So we can keep the employee name and the salary, comma employee name and salary, comma employee name and salary like that. So it is a key value pair format. Like set, the dictionary also is stored in a curly bracket. The dictionary can be created by using the multiple key value pairs enclosed with the curly brackets, and each key is separated from its value by a colon. One important thing is that whenever we put a key value pair, the key is separated by the value using a colon and then comma again the next key value format. So here I am giving one example. You can see here the syntax for define a dictionary is the variable is d. You see within the curly bracket, I have three pair values. First is brand Maruti, model Swift, my year, manufacture year, that is 2010. So here you see the first key value brand colon Maruti means this is your brand is the key and the value is the Maruti, comma next model is the key, Swift is the value. Next M year, manufacture year is the key, 2010 is the value. So I have three elements, and this is first, this is second, and the third, and separated by the comma. So this is the dictionary. So these four list, tuple, set, and dictionary is the important part of Python collections, the Python containers. Why it is called containers? Because they all are keep the information of different type. So based on our purposes, we can use the different containers. So now I'll show you a few example of this list, tuple, set, and dictionary. So look at the example. So here I have declared all the four containers or the four collections. The first one is my list, second one is my tuple, third one is my set, and the fourth one is my dictionary. So the other one, all others are using inside the comment. So let us see first the first one, that is your list. So here you see I have declared one list and I have three values, USTM, REAST, and ERDF. All are inside your square bracket. So this implies this is my list. So my variable name is L1. After that, I'm printing the value, and you know that to print something in Python, we need to define the Python function, that is print function, and my variable is L1. And after that, I have print another thing, that is I want to check what is the type of the L1. So definitely L1 is my list and that is a class. So it will show you that L1 is a class list. So this other will not print because these all are inside the comment section. So it will not print. So I'm just first running this one. And here I'm using the Python ideally, the Python own ideally. You can use the other different types of ideally also. So now you see when I go to the run and the run the module, I save it and you see my output. You can see here it is printing USTM, REAST, and ERDF. And you see it's printing, and the next line it is printing class list. It's because I'm printing the type of the L1, and that is my type of the L1 is my list. That's why it is printing the list. So you can keep different type of elements. So here I have three elements: USTM, REAST, ERDF, all are string. If you want, you can put a number also. Suppose I am giving 100. I'm giving 1,000. Suppose. Now I save it. I run it again. Now it is printing 1,000. So what does mean that? What does it mean that a list is a collection element of different type? You can give any type of element. So a list is declared like this. We can print, and you can also check the type of the variable. What type of variable is it using the function type, and it will give you the class list because my this L1 is my list. Next, I make it comment again. So I'll explain the next one. That is my tuple. So I am making this one as a comment, and I uncomment this one. That is the second one, and this my second one is my tuple. Now look at this example. I have stored three variable value 101, one name Peter, and 22. You see, this all are stored inside a your round bracket or the parenthesis. So this parenthesis implies that this is my tuple. The same way I am printing the T1, and I am also checking the type of the T1. So definitely this is my tuple. So I run it. You see my output. You can see here it is printing 101 and then the pattern and 22, and it is showing that class tuple. What does mean that this T1 is a tuple? It's showing that this is a tuple variable or tuple container or tuple your collections. So this is my list and this is my tuple within the round bracket. Third one is my set. So again I'm making it comment so that I can run the third one. So you see here in the third example, I have stored the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And within the your curly bracket, this curly bracket implies that this is your set. So I have stored the all values in a variable days. I'm printing the days, and I'm also checking the type, whether this days is a set or other container. So you can see my output here. So you can see it's printing all the days, all the days, and it also printing the type of the days, and that is my set, the class set. What does mean that this days is set? And I already says that a list and tuple has its index value, but a days a set doesn't have any index values. Here I have stored the all values in a days. You see when it is printing, when I stored it is Monday, Tuesday in order, but when it is printing, it's printing in different order: Sunday, Friday, Monday. Why? Because in a set the items are not in order, so it can print anything, right? So it can print anything. That's why it is printing in different order because it doesn't have any order, doesn't have any index. So it is printing like that. So this is all about the set. The last one is my dictionary. So I'm explaining that one. So I make it comment again, and this is my the last one is my dictionary. So look at the example again. So D is a variable where I storing my dictionary values. Within the curly bracket, I have three pair values: brand Maruti, model Swift, and manufacturer year 2010. So this is the my first key value, second key value, and the third key value. So total three elements, but each element is separated by the key and also the value. And the key value is separated within a column. The first element is separated by the comma, second element, and the third element. Again, same way, I am printing the D, the dictionary, and I am also checking the type of the D. So let's see the output. So here you can see it is printing the first key and the value, second key value, and the third key value. Brand Maruti, model Swift, manufacturer year 2010. And it is showing that the D is a dictionary, DICT. So it is my dictionary. So definitely this is a dictionary, right? So we can check the type of the your data type. So this all for now I just make it all so that I can see all output together. So now you can see here, see the output. The first one is my list. This is second one is my tuple, third one is my set, and the fourth one is my dictionary. So I have this four container: list, tuple, set, and the dictionary. So this is the declaration. So these are the four collection of the containers of Python, and is very very important. Based on our requirement, we can use the list or the tuple or the set or dictionary. Now these all containers or the collection has its own function. They have the different function for the different purposes. So we'll see that all the functions in my next video. So this is all about the four containers or the four collections: list, tuple, set, and the your dictionary. So thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we'll see the different functions of the containers or the collections, Python collections. Thank you so much for the watching. Thank you.